Hey family, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how I made this tiramisu for two. So if you'd like to see how I did this, then keep watching. Hey G Squad, so I have everything laid out on the counter and I'll just call it out as I'm adding it to the bowl. And okay, so now I'm going to start with to my bowl I'm going to add 3 cups of milk, and I'm using the 2% reduced fat milk. So that was 2 cups I added in already, so I'm going to go ahead in and add the 3rd cup. And this part of the recipe, if I just did a no bake, what is it? Oh goodness, I just did a no bake dessert. And this is the same step that I use for that recipe. So this is my 3rd cup of milk. So now to this I'm going to add 2 packs of the Jello French vanilla pudding. Okay, so I have these already. Okay, so that's my 1st pack. And you can even do the other way around. If you want to add the Jello first and then go ahead and add your wet ingredient, that's fine. So there we go. It's the 2nd pack. So now I'm going to go ahead in with my whisk and I'm just going to mix this up until it's nice and incorporated. Oh, it smells so delicious. I hope everyone's doing well today. I'm doing fine, thank you so much. Doing what I do, what I love to do, which is cooking. It keeps me sane. Oh, this smells so good. Look at the pretty bright yellow. All right, so now this is mixed really well, and you can even use, if you have a hand blender mixer, you can use that. I have that as well. Not everyone has one of those, so I'm just doing it, you know, the old school way, and it's a good workout for my arms. Okay, so now to this, I'm going to be adding this entire tub of Cool Whip. Now this is the frozen Cool Whip. Make sure you get it from the frozen section if you make this tiramisu. And let it sit out. Okay, I let it sit for about 40 minutes, okay, and let it thaw out. All right, so now I'm just going to add this entire tub. Okay, I have my spoon here, so I'm just going to scoop it out and add it in. And you can add a little at a time. Okay, so now I'm just going to use this to kind of fold it in. Now look at that pretty, woo! Pretty. So fam, while I'm mixing this, this is actually going to be a tiramisu for 2. I'm going to be making it, using it in a small dish, and then the rest of it I'm actually going to use the rest to make the chocolate eclair. That's what it was, a no bake eclair. So someone loved that eclair, so I'm going to actually use the remainder of this to make that dessert. And you know, again, make sure you check that video out if you haven't seen it. I will link it to this one. Alright, so I'm just going in now and I'm just going to scoop out the rest. Okay, just scoop that out like that. And I'm just going to use my spoon now and just mix up the rest, the remainder of this. You don't have to be so aggressive with it, just kind of fold, you know? And I tell you, it smells so good. Woo! Mm. Okay, I'm just mixing it really well. I'm getting those lumps out. You can see little lumps. Alright, so I'm going to keep mixing this. Just beat those little lumps out, y'all. Yo, when I tell you my arm is tired, let me use this left arm. Okay. Now, I'm so old school. Like I said, I could have used a mixer, but I'm so old school. It's like I can be in a place with a dishwasher and I'll still wash the dishes by hand. Comment below if you're one of those type of OG people. Okay. There we go. Alright, so now I'm going to set this off to the side. Alright, so I'm going to move this out of the way. It's over here. So now we're going to start working on the cake part. This is the filling, so now we're going to work on the cake part. So I'm going to move this off to the side. And remember I told you, right, this is going to be a tiramisu for two. Ooh, look at that, how that rhymes. Hey, a tiramisu for two. And so typically if you're just making it for two people, a small family, you would use a probably like a 8 to 12 ounce tub of the frozen Cool Whip that I showed you. But however, like I said, because I'm making two different desserts, that's why I use the bigger one. So now the next step, what I'm going to do. So now tiramisu, it calls for, I see people, they use freshly brewed espresso. I do not have an espresso machine, and I don't know how, I'm not going to assume that y'all have one. And so anyway, I just found a quick way, no bake, way. So I picked up this double X espresso from the supermarket. Okay, so this is what we're going to use today. All right, and then for, like I said, for the bread part of the cake, I'm going to be using, I see a lot of people use the what is it, the lady fingers. But I picked up these Stella D'Oro breadsticks right here. They're sweet. They're not too sweet, but they'll do. So we're going to use these, as our, lady fingers or our cake portion, okay? So now, this is what we're going to do. Okay, move this out of the way. So now I'm going to take this dish right here. And in this dish, let me shake this up. So I'm going to pour some of this espresso in this dish, about that much, okay? And so now what I'm going to do, let me add a little more. So now what we're going to do is start to layer this, okay? So now you're going to take your breadsticks, right? And just do like two at a time, one or two at a time. You don't want to do any more than that, okay? And so you're going to do a quick dip, all right? 1, 2, and you're going to remove it immediately, and then place it in whatever pan you're using. Okay, let me show you this. You're going to place it in it, okay? So a quick dip and a flip, and you take it out. And the reason you want to do it quickly, because you don't want it to soak in there and allow your breadsticks to get soggy. When you cut into your cake, you want it to be like a smooth cut. You don't want that, your bread to be like soggy feeling, okay? So that's why a quick dip in and out, and then put it in your pan, okay? Turn, Bam. Turn and bam. And I did let my my espresso sit out, you know, for a little while. So it won't be so cold. Okay, so now that's my first layer, okay? Can you see that good enough? Let me move your hair. So now I'm gonna go in with my filling. Okay, I'm trying to get you where you can see it really well. And so I'm gonna add my first layer. Okay, just want to add it in. Okay, so now I'm just going to smooth that out. Alright, just smooth it out really good. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in. The same process. We're going to dip some more cookies, add another layer. Okay, so just dip, flip, take it out. Just layer it. Okay, do it again. Dip, flip, remove. Dip and flip. And remove. Okay. Oops. Alright, so you got it? And this is a cute little, a nice little, with Valentine, you know, day around the corner. We on lockdown. This is a nice, cute little, Valentine, you know, dessert for two. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with some more custard. Okay, I'm going to add another layer. Bring this closer. And you know what? Before I add that layer, I'm going to actually slide these down because I'm going to add cookies here on the side. I put mine here, and there we go. And then another one there. I'm gonna have to break this. Let it crumb. It's okay. Oops. There I go, trying to mess up the presentation. Okay. Get in there. Get in there. Okay. So now, spread it out. Just spread it. Okay, so I'm going to put one more, and that's going to be it for this. Okay. Now I'm going to move this off to the side to, like I said, make my, you know, my other dessert. And so now I'm going to go ahead, you know, and just smooth it out. And so now, what I'm going to do is, now depending on what you make it in, make sure you, after you add your last topping of your custard, you're going to go and you're going to cover it. You're going to seal it really well. And so I'm going to let this sit for about 5 hours. All right, because I want the breadsticks to absorb the coffee as well as the pudding, and this way it can turn into like a cake-like texture. Because if you don't leave it, if you cut in too early, it's going to be like that crunchy texture, and it's a no-bake cake. Okay? And so now I have a lid for this. Like I said, I'm going to let this sit, you know, for a few hours, and you can even make this at night and let it sit overnight if you want. And then I will, once it's ready, I'll pop back in and we'll finish this off. But let me give you a close-up. And this coffee, I'm going to save this in a container to probably make another one of these, okay? So, but this is how it's looking. Oops. All right, what do we have here in the frame? This is how it looks. Okay, this is from the side. Okay? All right, so family, I will see y'all when we are ready to add the final touch to this, okay? Okay, G Squad, so it's been about 4 hours. So I removed my cake from the refrigerator. And so now what I'm going to do is, I also wanted to show you how I wrapped it. So I do have a lid that goes with this bowl, but in case that you don't have it and you're using another type of pan, I just took some saran wrap and just, you know, secured it tightly around my dish, okay? So now I'm going to remove this wrap. And I'm going to add this back because this is going to go back in the refrigerator for another couple of hours. But anyway, so it's been like 4 hours. So in this bowl I have my cocoa powder. This is unsweetened cocoa powder. I just put it in this bowl just to keep it fresh. And so now I have here my sifter, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to pummel this cake now with this unsweetened cocoa powder, okay? You're just gonna just go in and just all over, you're just gonna hit it with your powder. Okay, just go ahead and just do your thing. You can add as much as you want. Okay, make sure you get your corners. Okay? Boom. So that's good. I'll put the remainder back in here. Now, I have my brush here. You could use a you know, a paper towel or a brush, you know, for presentation, and just go ahead and you just dust off the excess. You can dust it onto the paper towel, which I laid here, or into the actual dish. Okay. So now, a little better. Okay, so that's how it looks. So now I'm going to cover this back up and then allow it to sit in the the refrigerator for about another 2 hours. And it's done. You know, it's pretty much done. Again, I'm just allowing the cookies to marinate with the custard to make it like a cake-like texture. Okay, so that's what we're looking to achieve now. All right, so again, I'm just going to wrap this back up and place it in the refrigerator, and then I'll you know, once I'm ready to cut it, I'll pop it in. Okay, and that'll be the end of this video. So I'll be back. Okay, G Squad, so it's been about 6 hours. So I loosened up the paper. So this is how tiramisu looks. Okay, so now we're going to cut into this bad boy. I have my plate here. Get this pan back. Oh, I guess it's alright where it is. So we're going to cut into it. Okay. There we go. So now the key is getting this out of this little nook here. Should I go for it with the knife? I don't want to mess up the presentation. Let me get a spoon. Okay, so I have a fork. So let me lift it out with the fork. Okay, there we go. All right. Put it right here. So here we are. Let me pan back. Look at that, fam. Look at that. Yes. And this is actually a special video. I want to dedicate this to a really, really good sister friend of mine's, Cheryl. Look what I made. She absolutely loves tiramisu when I tell you, okay? So yeah, this is how it came out. Okay, there we go. You can see our cookies in there, our cream. Oh, come on, camera. Yep. All right, so let me taste it for y'all. Hey fam, huh? You thought y'all was gonna get away without seeing me today, right? Not today. So, excuse me. Go, here it is. Oops, this is how it looks. Huh? I was hitting it, yep. I was waiting for the taste of the espresso to kick in, and it just kicked in. It's not overpowering, but you can definitely you know, taste it. So yeah. Oh yeah, another winner, y'all. Definitely good. Yeah, I can definitely taste the espresso is like the right amount. So again, this is how it looks. You know, once I cut it. Okay. So Cheryl, I hope I did you proud. And family, if y'all decide to try this recipe, you know, let me know. Let me know how you like it, and you know, if you want to use real espresso, if you have an espresso machine and you want to brew your own coffee and do it that way, that's fine, you know, but it tastes, bit my tongue. It tastes really good. I'm so proud of myself. So yes, we have our tiramisu no bake for two. Okay, this would be a great dessert for Valentine's Day. Okay, so family, thank you once again for tuning in to my channel. Much love. Y'all stay in there, be strong, stay positive. You know, if you're feeling yourself feeling down or whatever, come check your girl out. Okay, I got you. Anyway, family, I love you, and I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye. Mwah.